They say that history is the greatest of all teachers, and that tales of past deeds define who we are in the present, and what we shall be in the future. It is said that such tales shall, with each telling, illuminate us all with the light of truth. I shall tell you of such a tale. It is a tale quite familiar to me, for I have spent nearly a lifetime piecing it together and chronicling it here within this book. For years I have pondered its passages, studying every line, committing each word to memory. Perhaps now, in the telling of it, I shall at last find the answers I seek. Our story takes place in the northern region of Faerun, known as Icewind Dale. It is a harsh, frozen land, cut off from the rest of the world by a wall of jagged peaks called the Spine of the World. For centuries, the icy plains of the Dale have been home to the barbarian peoples of the Uthgard and Regedman. Huddled together in small, closely knit tribes, the barbarians lived simple lives, free, proud, and fiercely independent. Until the day an archmage named Ericon came to Icewind Dale. With an army of mercenaries, Ericon sought to conquer the north and force the fierce barbarians into slavery. Long weeks of battle followed, and the scattered barbarian tribes suffered terrible losses. Defeat seemed inevitable. In their darkest hour, a barbarian shaman named Jared came forth and demanded a council between all the remaining tribes of the north. A respected warrior, Jared persuaded the council to put aside their differences and unite against Ericon. Strengthened by a new sense of purpose, the barbarians rallied behind their new leader. The combined might of the Northmen proved more than a match for Ericon, who had counted on the division of the tribes. Wave after wave of barbarian warriors tore into Ericon's hired army, forcing them on the defensive and ultimately into full retreat. As his army crumbled around him, Ericon had time for one last desperate act before his enemies descended upon him. Drawing upon his remaining power, the Archmage breached the planar boundaries, tearing open a portal to the lower planes. The foolish Archmage's cries of victory immediately turned to shrieks of terror as the hideous and twisted shapes of demonkind materialized from the portal and poured onto the battlefield. The sudden appearance of the demons drove the combatants, barbarian and mercenary alike, to turn to meet the new threat side by side. The remaining warriors bravely charged the portal to drive the hellspawn back and were slaughtered by the hundreds. As his people fell around him, the barbarian shaman, Jared, looked up from the blood-drenched snow of the battlefield and caught sight of a lone figure high upon a ridge in the distance. Jared immediately recognized this vision as an omen from his god Tempus, and in that instant, he knew what had to be done. Shouting cries to his god, he charged through the ranks of the demons and plunged into the portal. As Jared's blood fused with the energies of the portal, an explosion of white light engulfed the battlefield. When the light subsided, the demons were gone, and the portal was closed. In its place hovered a disk of solid stone. Frozen within the center of the disk was Jared's body, locked in his final moment of agony, in his final moment of triumph, for all eternity. But that is not the end of our tale. It is but the beginning.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Qaeta. And we're going to be doing a Let's Play of Icewind Dale. So we're just going to start creating the game here. I'll tone the game sound down a little bit once we actually get into the game. I pre-generated the characters just because it could take a while to roll up stats and everything. But we have a human Paladin. And they're named Horatio. And then we have a half-elf bard named Nandhi. You're gonna find these names are sounding kind of familiar. Oh. And a human cleric. It's Phyllyp. And then for me, we've got a human Invoker.
A little fire and lightning should light things up.
It's Qaeta. So yeah. Here we go.
Our tale begins here, in the quiet fishing village of East Haven, one of the so-called 10 towns of Icewind Dale. The tiny community is hardly a town, but rather a collection of ramshackle huts crowded together upon the icy shores of Lake Dinashir. Here, within a dimly lit tavern, a group of travelers sit huddled around a table, swapping tales and making grand plans for the future, completely unaware of the part they are to play in the events that are about to unfold.
Sounds pretty awesome.
What's this? New face in town, eh? Well met, stranger. The name is Hrothgar, originally of Hillsfar. But now, after years of traveling up, down, and under Faerun, I am content to call this town my home. Who might you be?
Greetings, Hrothgar. My name is Nandhi.
Well then, welcome to East Haven. Whatever your business in these parts might be, I would offer you this small piece of advice. While you're in my town, you do well to be on your best behavior. These folk are under my protection, and anyone who would seek to do harm to them in any way shall answer to me. That said, I'll let you get back to your cups. I'm sure you've had a long journey, and you'll find there's no better way to shake off the cold of the road than by downing a few mugs of Grisella's best. And if you're in need of lodging, I would recommend talking to Quimby over at the Snowdrift Inn over on the east side of town. Equipment and supplies can be purchased next door at Pomab's Emporium. Pomab's prices are a bit high, even for a Kalashite. But you'd be better off well-equipped and short of coin than the other way around. Ill-prepared travelers don't last long in these parts. Once you've had a chance to rest up and get your bearings, come by and see me at my house. It's just a couple doors west of here. There's some business I would discuss with you. Farewell.
Farewell. All right. So, you might be wondering what mods I'm using for this, if any of you are into Infinity Engine game modding. Basically what I've got running is I've got the Gibblings 3 widescreen mod. So that's just so you have more viewing area, although with the smaller areas it can look a little weird. Additionally, I've got the Gibblings 3 tweak pack. I don't have everything. The only thing I remember installing for sure is a tweak that allows you to stack more of stackable items together, like arrows and things. But yeah, let's get going. Hello there, dearie. Welcome to the Winter's Cradle Tavern. My name's Grisella. I own and operate this fine establishment. What can I get for you? How about a drink? A drink, of course, dearie. After all, this is a tavern. Plenty to drink here. Yes, indeed. Yes, well, you see, I'm in a bit of a bind right now. I've just run out of everything. I have nothing to offer you in the way of drink at this moment. What kind of tavern are you running here? Well, the tavern hasn't run completely dry. I do have some stock down in the cellar, but... But what? This is rather embarrassing, but I'm having a somewhat of a pest problem down in that dirty old cellar, and I'm afraid to go down there. I do so hate bugs. Just the thought of those nasty creepies and crawlies sends shivers down my spine. I see. Is there anything I can do to help? That's awfully sweet of you, dearie, but I don't expect you to go to any trouble on my account. I'm sure I'll think of something. Have no fear, madame. I shall see to it that the pests down below trouble you no further. Wonderful! The stairs to the cellar are in the back room. Now, you be careful down there, dearie, and don't let any of those little buggers creep back up here, alright? So, we have our first quest. Gotta kill some of these beetles. The very epitome of excitement. There we go.
Fine. Okay.
Any luck getting rid of those nasty bugs, dearie? My customers are getting pretty thirsty. It is done. Those bugs won't be troubling you anymore. Thank you, dearie. You're a lifesaver. Just do me one more favor. Keep this little bug problem between you and me. I don't want folks thinking Grisella's place isn't clean. Run along now. Right on. We got some gold. Let's go explore East Haven a little bit. Alright, what do we got here? Got some gold. Let's see what we can pick up at Pomab's here. Well, the trick is, if you take these stairs over here, you can actually get some more stuff.
Yeah.
From these cupboards here. Some spells and potions and gems.
Sure.
What is this? More barbarians come to my shop, no doubt with nothing to barter but more wolf pelts and polished stones. Very well, let's just get this over with. What do you want? Barbarians? I think you're mistaken, friend. Am I now? I do not think so. All of you northerners are the same to me, smelly and barbaric. Northerners? I take it you are not from around here. Humph. I am Pomab Agzazamir, Royal Diplomatic Envoy of Kalimshan and appointed overseer of the northern caravan routes. Forgive me, your lordship, I had no idea. Yes, well, where I am from, one would normally be beaten for such insolence. Be thankful that I am a merciful man. Now, what can I do for you? I'd like to see what you have for sale. Alright, so you can sell this stuff. Well, some of it. Sell those things. Now we need to get some gear. So we'll outfit the Paladin first, Horatio. So we need some nice splint mail. And a longsword. And we'll grab a shield. And we can grab a helmet. There we go. And then for the bard, we will grab a crossbow. And we're going to want some bolts. There we go. And then for Phyllyp, our cleric, we'll get another suit of armor. Another shield. And I believe he'll need a sling just to start here. And our mage also needs a sling. Excellent. Excellent. So we've got everyone outfitted for battle. Let us continue on.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go down here and down in this place. There's two ways to handle the guy that's in this house. One of them is you can buy a bottle of wine from Palmab, the guy we just visited, and give it to him. But if you have a character with high charisma, you can actually do what I'm about to show you here.
Fine, fine.
Hey there, matey. How are you doing? Hi, nice to meet you. How are you? Not so good, matey. Grisella, the barkeep over at the Winter's Cradle, cut me off. How am I supposed to get any proper fishing done? Why'd she do that? The barkeep says I be drinking too much. What does she know? I've only overturned my boat 4 times. Anyway, I need my wine to fish proper like. The wine isn't really what you need. It's just a symbol of your lost youth and your failure to accomplish all that you wanted to in a short span of time that you have been in this desolate wasteland, this East Haven. The bottle is your prison, a cornucopia of sanguinary delight that represents all of your problems in this world. Seriously. Well, I never really had it explained to me that way, matey. I suppose that does make sense, now that I think about it. In fact, that'd be the best advice I've had in a long time. Thank you, matey. Here's a little something for your help. I'm glad I could help. Farewell. See? It's high charisma, you can convince people of things. It's fun times. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, we're heading over to this guy. Hey, oh, sorry, friend. I didn't see you standing there. Name's Jonan. Something I can do for you? Are you alright? You seem preoccupied. No, I'm fine. Just taking in the view of the lake for a bit, trying to shake these dreams out of my head. The lake's beautiful, isn't it? Ah, it is indeed. Many a song has been written about the light upon a lake's mirror. It's like looking into the sky, isn't it? Ah, you've hit it on the head, you have. Songs, you say? Odd you should mention that. I have heard many a song in my dreams. Mayhap it's a part of a snippet that I heard once before. Would you know of it if I were to hum a few bars? I may. My repertoire is somewhat limited, but go ahead. It's kind of a... and then it's like... Damn, I can't quite get it. And I hear it so clearly in my dreams, too. The tune's like crystal. No, I think I recognize the general tone. It's definitely not a human verse, though. The swrin tempo there is more like ocean waves and currents, like sea elves or sirens. And you say you've been having strange dreams too? Tell me about them. Well, there's a woman, and don't give me that eye, it's not like you think. She walks upon the surface of the lake as if it were flagstones instead of waves. She doesn't say anything, just sings. Beautiful songs, but I can't understand a word. Well, if dreams are your only worry, Jonan, your life can't be too bad. Dreams should be a comfort, not a curse. If truth be told, friend, damn it, there's no sense to it. These dreams are eating at me like a starving wolf. I can barely hold a daily thought in my head before the memory of the dreams hounds its way back in there. By the hells, I don't know how much more of this I can take. If I can find some way to help you, Jonan, I will. I don't know how I can, but I'll see what I can find out. Eh? You're not playing on a man's hopes, are you? I'd be grateful for just one night of peace. I'll see what I can do. If I think of anything, I will return. So in that case, it was a bard-only conversation option. It let me talk about the song. That happens a lot. Bards in Icewind Dale have a lot of bard-only options in conversation, which kind of makes up for the fact that in some ways they're not really very a power gaming character, but they open up new options and situations. Alright. So now there's something that's can be a little easy to miss if you don't already know it's there. In this building here, if you go in, there's a wolf pelt that you can get and sell for a bunch of gold. If you hold Alt, it'll highlight it, and then you can loot it. There we go.
Good.
Alright. Oh, thank the gods. Whoever you are, you picked the perfect time to wander by. I could really use some help. My name is Nandhi. Who might you be? The name's Aspel, but please, we don't have time for such pleasantries. I need your help. What seems to be the problem? A wolf somehow got into my workshop and is tearing the place apart. It attacked me as I was opening the shop this morning. I was so startled by the sight of the beast that I accidentally broke the key off in the lock while trying to get away. Now I can't even get back in. What exactly is it that you want me to do? I'd be most grateful if you could go in there and get rid of that stupid thing for me. Then I could get back to my scrimshaw. Of course, you'll have to find a way to get the door open first. Very well, I'll dispatch your troublesome hound shortly. I sincerely thank you. The door to my shop is just around the corner here. Please get rid of that demonic canine as soon as possible. Alright, so I guess we're going after a wolf.
I will do my best immediately.
So I'm just going to shift this into more of a combat-oriented order. I want the Paladin to be first. And Horatio successfully forced the door open. There's the wolf.
I'll try to keep this short.
Yay! Anything interesting around? Nope.
Here?
Alright.
I suppose I'm as good as Ant. Good.
Alright. Let's talk to this guy again. Ah, my friend, the wolf is no more. I am now a happy man. Thank you for helping me. Here's a little something for your trouble. Thank you. I must take my leave now. Farewell. What did we get? Ah, yes, we got Aspel's dagger. Okay. So that's where we'll be finishing up episode 1 of our Icewind Dale Let's Play. Once again, this is Qaeta on Fetch Quests, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.